Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy rainy Monday in Sacramento. Good morning. Sorry, I'm late. Dan had to go into work to get some stuff done, and I had to get grandfather up and ready to go. So he is chilling with some coffee, just ate a cereal. I've been up since 6, didn't go to bed late, watched Yellowstone. Wowza. Woohoo, Amy, good luck. Have fun. So I am tired. Couldn't sleep. Grandpa was up every hour on the hour, and then got up at 6 a.m. Had to take care of some shenanigans with Grandpa, and I just said screw it. So I've been up. I did go to the casino. I did. The casino went well for me. And if you have Patreon, or if you have the member subscription on YouTube, you would see. I did, Christy. You guys have some posts from me from yesterday on the YouTube member. So check it out. I know I was running late. I had duties to attend to. Grandpère, I'm flying solo this morning for the next couple of hours. You guys, I left my house yesterday at 11. I didn't get home till after 7:30. And I waited about halfway through the day, my afternoon, and I said, well, I may have taken a pit stop. And I didn't come home until like 7:30. Yeah, it was nice. I met a woman who follows Dan. We sat at the bar for a couple hours just chatting it up. She's getting ready to embark on the same journey, and so she was asking lots of questions and stuff. And so we were just chatting about, what I do. She was asking questions. So she kept me occupied for a couple of hours, and then I went my way and she went home. And yeah, I did well. I was down, I was up, I was down, and I was up again, and I left up. So I left up. So yay me for the first time. I think I'm up like 13 or about $1,200 to $1,300. So yay me. Woohoo! I just couldn't lose. And I had a couple drinks at the beginning of the night, the beginning of the afternoon, and that's it. And so I literally was like nodding off. I was like, I gotta go. So I cashed out with $1,500 and put it in my pocket. Jennifer wants to go next week when Hannah's here. They want to have a mother-daughter day. So there we have it. I'm gonna put the money I took out back, and then we'll have my cash to play with while we go. So I'm excited. Yay! I think that's like 3 or 4 times I've actually walked away with money. Yeah. But last night was hell. I'm never that lucky either, Cheryl, once in a blue moon. And luckily towards the end of the night, I just hit this machine and it just kept putting me in bonus after bonus. So that's always fun, right? That's always fun. Good morning, Lisa. But I'm exhausted. So I was fading. Fading. I never win either. Jeannie, is it Jeannie or Jenny? So I walked away. I had fun. It was nice. I was gone forever, and it was so wonderful. No, Cache Creek's too far away. I have Sky River's like 10 minutes away from me. So I play penny slots. I call it the vagina machine. It's called Wild Orcus. And I'm a creature of habit. Call it OCD. or a creature of habit, but I'm a creature of habit. I like to play the same machines. And then if I get up, right, if I get up, then I go play my nickels, and I have a couple machines. And so I won on the nickels, which was huge, yeah. So you wouldn't love me. Yeah, but I won at the end of the, oh, shut up, Candace. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you. Dan's not in healthcare. Dan's an attorney. My oldest daughter's in law school right now. She's a third year. She has one more year left. Yeah, so anyhow, hi Dee, hi Barbie. I didn't know if I said hi to you. So yeah, I came out a winner, but I'm pooped. Pooped. So back to the grind. Grandpa doesn't stop for me to adjust. Cashing out's my problem too, Brenda. But the good thing is that I won when I was tired. So I was able to leave. Hi, Eloise. Here's some food for thought for you. My sister-in-law's in labor right now. She's checked in at 8 p.m. last night in Nashville, and their baby girl is going to be named Eloise. So every time I see her name, it reminds me of my soon-to-be niece, Eloise Behar. So she's still not here. They should have broken her water about an hour ago. They upped her Pitocin, and my stepmom's there, and her mom, and of course my brother, and they are waiting for the baby to enter the world. So I can't wait. And I'm really sad, you know, because of course I'm not going to be able to love on her like I do my 3 ones here, but she'll know me from afar, I guess. I hate that. 3 biological, half actually, but I call them my full. I know I'm going to be a new auntie. It's so crazy. So some exciting times in the family. Yeah, I'm happy. But you know, that's going to crush me. I've had to mourn that loss a little bit of not being able to be close with her. So it sucks, but she has a great grandmother who will love on her because that can't be there. And my brother. No, so this is their first. Matthew and Anna got married over a year ago. So this is their first baby. Yeah. Woohoo! They're older, so you know they gotta get on the ball, push those babies out just in time for Christmas. Yes. Hi, Jason. So yeah, remember tapping is clapping on the TikTok. Remember thumbs up on the tube, the YouTube. So not much going on this week. I've got PT, I think, tomorrow. We've got a meeting with TikTok tomorrow. Let me see. What else? I think that's it. It's raining. I gotta get some. My friends, anybody call their garbage pails polycarts? Anybody call them polycarts? I have a friend who calls them a polycart, and I don't understand why or where it came from. So I gotta fill up my polycarts, but it's so yucky out. So I took the day off. Now let me tell you something. Yeah, I never heard of that either. I call them the garden bin, the recycling bin, and the garbage pan. No, not Tony. I know, you would think it was Tony, but it's not. One more guess. Polycart. Tony says things like parlor, a whippersnapper. Or what was the one she says? No, she has some trash totes. Barrels. Muddy. Huh? No, not Muffy. No. Cha-cha. Cha-cha. Hi, Unky. How far was I away? The tornado, San Francisco. So about an hour and 45. Yeah, isn't that crazy? So anyhow, yeah, that's it. polycarts. So I have pomegranates everywhere. I'm gonna have to get out there in the rain and try to grab whatever I can because I took the day off yesterday. Now I have to tell you, I accomplished most everything I wanted to do yesterday, but the gardening, and that stressed me out. But I was a big girl, right? And I said, nope, you're going. You always have something to do. You're gonna go and you're gonna enjoy yourself. But then I got home and I started stressing out because it's raining and I don't know how well I'll be able to get my shit out. 70s? Wow, Sam, that's crazy. Greetings from Sacramento to Gambia. Anyhow, so yes, that's all we're doing. Nothing exciting, other than, getting through the week. I think Hannah Banana's coming home this weekend. She'll be here for about 10 days. Her poor boyfriend cannot come home, so she feels guilty because, he moved out there, blah, 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 and now she's leaving, coming home for Christmas, and he can't. Anyhow, it's going to be 53 in Michigan today. Yeah, it's warm. I mean, I'm sweating right now. I was running around the house vacuuming and cleaning up some bathroom stuff and just laundry, straightening it up. My stuff. You're finally putting the tree up. Good, Pam. That's okay. At least you're not putting it up on Christmas, right? Or Christmas Eve. So that's all my excitement. What do you guys got going on? What do you guys got doing? Did you see, yeah, and Hannah, what? I was just reading that, Sam, and you deleted it. Did any of you watch Yellowstone? Holy shitballs, y'all. Was that a wowzer or what? I was so stressed out. Even Dan at the end, when there was all that craziness, he was like, shit, God, ooh. It was crazy. Oh my God. I was so anxious because I had been at the casino, so it takes me a while to come down. And then I put on Yellowstone, the train station. Yeah. You loved it? God, I love Beth. God, I love Beth. God, I love Beth. I have a phone and iPad thing that's hanging from my screen. Yeah. She's a badass bitch. She's a badass bitch. Yeah. I have it on my Linktree, I think, area. She's my favorite too. I secretly want to be her. Yep, secretly. So I was just like this the whole time. And then I was so anxious. Do you guys get anxious? Especially in the last a little bit of the show. I was so anxious and then it took me forever. My chest was so tight. And I think my chest was tight a lot too at the casino. So my poor body was just this ball of anxiousness. So, man, it was good. Now we gotta wait probably for a year for the rest of the story. Trying to decide if I want to watch 1923. Has anybody started 1923? I just doesn't seem so, I don't know, life before how it all began, I guess. I haven't watched any of the other ones, 1889 or whatever that is. So, it's good. Oh, it is? I know, I've heard about Landman. I guess these are things I'll start watching maybe in between during the season off times, right? Those are good things to catch up on. Do it? Okay, nice. Okay, I know you guys, all right. I'll get to the Landman. And that just started, right? 1889 is amazing. Oh, God. I feel like I have to do it. Landman has nothing to do with the show, right? So I could just do that and then, so do I watch 1923 or do I watch 1889 first? Oh, you won't pay, correct. Okay, so which one do I watch first, 1889 or 1883, whatever. I'll botch that up for the Landman, skip those. It's cold. My parents were both born in 1923. Yowza. It seems so old. Such a long time ago. Yeah, my bill's expensive too. Jazz. 1883 first. Hi, Caroline. I didn't see you on this morning. I was tired. You just look up a treadmill. It's not that hard. Just go to Amazon and look up iPad holder for treadmill. That's it. Helen Mirren is good. Oh, she's a phenomenal actress. But let's talk about Beth. I mean, did y'all cry? Oh my God, see, come on. Did y'all cry? Like, she's such a great actress, right? She's such a great actress. Sorry, I had to get you rid of that guy. Soul Dad Soldier was just bugging me. He's always on here saying backwards hats, backwards hats, backwards hats, backwards hats, backwards hats. Fuck. It just bugs me. Hi, can we go to the casino? I just went, Seth. I just went and I won. And I'm gonna go probably next week with the girls, my kids. So anyhow, if you haven't watched Yellowstone, y'all are missing out. Y'all are missing out. I mean, from the first episode, I was glued. So, Toy Story 3 made you, I don't watch that stuff. I don't watch Disney. Can't get into Disney. I did. I needed to go, Seth. It was time. I mean, I have been talking about it for 2 weeks, and I've been in just a pisser, and I haven't gone. Do it, Pam. You're gonna be on your seats. On your seat. Oh, well, seats if you're holding up a couple of them. Do it while you're putting up your Christmas tree. You're going next weekend? So Christmas weekend. Beth and Rip are going to do a series. They are? They have such an amazing love story. I was thinking about that last night. I was like, their love story is pretty badass. They have made it so believable, you know? You just sink into them. I do anyway. Seth, what casino do you go to and where? So that's it, nothing exciting. Dan had grandpa all day yesterday. Didn't call me one time. It was peaceful. Andrew called me on the way home from guitar lessons and said, what's for dinner? And I said, well, buddy, that's on you because I'm not home. Hope you're okay. I felt sorry for you the other morning. I'm always upset. Mary, this job is no joke. I'm tired. I'm always tired. And the exhaustion always makes everything that much worse, right? Tandy, I went to the casino yesterday, so I had a great day. Left my house at 11 and got home about 7:30. So it was a wonderful day. Saw my nuggies and then went straight to the casino. So I had fun. He did survive, surprisingly. Of course, had to clean up the kitchen when I got home. But other than that, that was it. Hi, Costa, how are you? Sherry Appleby, who's the main character in the next show called Unreal. Oh, yeah, it was good. I felt so revived. You guys, I can't tell you, like, literally my shoulders are where they should be. It was magical. So it was really important for me to go. And this run is taking forever. I need to get to 2 miles because I'm dying. And then I'm gonna walk a little bit. Yeah, it was great. So I needed it, I can tell. I'm very relaxed. Even last night when I kept getting up, I wasn't as irritated, you know, because I had a break. And I felt like, you know, the guilty part of me, I left. I shouldn't complain type of a thing. But I was not happy about that 6 a.m. wake up call. I was hoping to sleep in this morning a little bit, but I'll take a nap for sure. It's raining. Seth, where are you? You didn't say. Popped into his YouTube for a minute. Oh, yesterday. You know what's funny is I tried to get in there too. I saw he was live, and I couldn't figure out how to comment. I couldn't even figure out how to comment. So I said, screw it. Plus my battery was dying. So I was like, I don't need to be on here anyway. Hi, Stormy, how are you? It's raining, yep. And I needed to stop long enough for me to pick up some rubbish from the winds the other day of Seattle. Yeah. Hi, what a day, how are you? Is everybody ready for Christmas? Does anybody celebrate Hanukkah? Kwanzaa? Are y'all done shopping? I pretty much am. Finally, I just ordered Jennifer a couple more things. I ordered Festivus, yeah, for the rest of us. That's what I need to say, Festivus, huh? I'm tired of spending too. I really am. It's my Amazon bill came, and I was like, fuck. Fuck. It is just another day, honestly, for me too. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on. Oh, the rain. I'm gonna go check on Aggie with Pee-Pee real quick. complications, but they're all fixed. Complications with myself and Ed. Not really Ed, just myself. I had a little bit of a problem. A little bit of a problem. That's okay. Hopefully it's remedied right now. If not, you might see me run again. Anywho, as we were saying before I abruptly had to leave, it's going to be a busy week for most of you. I have to wrap presents. I did buy Dylan. No, I didn't have Taco Bell, which was really weird. And I didn't even drink that much. I had a couple drinks and that's it. But, you know, I had an emergency I needed to go take care of. It came on quick and not sure why. But there you have it. Maybe stress. My body de-stress. Only one present. Ugh. And I hate wrapping. Will you call Grandpa Dad? Why? He's not my dad. So no, I'm not gonna call him Dad. I know when you gotta go, you gotta go. Excuse me while I have a little issue. You haven't put up your Christmas tree yet? Is this the first? What are you talking about? The first time I had to run off camera? But what else? What else is happening? What else is going on besides bills, presents, wrapping, the stress, the dinners, the food, the everything? What? Hope you get a gift. Hope you get it. What gift? My surveyor just left. Pretty funny seeing property markers in my neighbor's yard. Oh, so you're taking back your land? Is this an episode of Yellowstone? I don't like the wrap either. Ugh, I know. I'm so horrible. And this morning, I got my fresh eggs. I'm so excited. My fresh eggs. I got a bag of her citrus, which I love. So I'm so excited. How is Grandpa doing? So far, so good. Today is shower day. I got mad at Dan the other day. So Grandpa didn't get a spa treatment. So he's gonna have to get shaved and all that stuff. And so I'll have to do that. But I don't know if I have the energy to do that right now. So I'll probably have to take a nappy first. Dropping son off at hospital. For what? Oh, Lord. Security cameras. For what? I'm not being robbed. So I'm slowly getting, God, I'm slowly getting there, you guys. I have to get rid of the packages because Ed wants to always like pick them up and move them and shit. Oh, neighbors are fighting you on it? Jeez. A wreath and sponsored a wreath for a veteran. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I have an 80-year-old dad living with me now. I learned a lot. Well, good, Daryl. Oh, Infusion Day. That's right. Sadie, I forget. Because you confused me with the name change. It is a big responsibility, Daryl. And you will know as you get further along in the process. No sleep. You know, I get pissed off at the people who are lucky enough. Hey, Mando, how are ya? I'm jealous of sleep. You know, I'm jealous of sleep. Everybody's like, you know, I'd rather have a pain in the ass all day and have sleep, right? It's different. You have more patience. You have more, you know, you're more relaxed. You're more ready to take on the world. But with no sleep, it makes everything that much different. And there's a lot of people whose parents or loved ones sleep through the night. Pam, does your husband sleep through the night? You are weird, Barbie. Wasn't that cute? So I posted a video on my main account, which you guys are on TikTok, and I did it for YouTube too. Hi, Linda. And I caught I was one of the days he's moving in around March. Buckle up, Buttercup. Anyhow, I was one of the lives I didn't do last week, and I was watching and catching a bunch of shows with Grandpa. And he doesn't. Okay, good. Just kidding. Just kidding. And that's nice, Sadie. And so I thought it was cute. I just happened because the way the conversation going and then what he was talking about the sister wives, I thought it was a really cute clip. So if you haven't watched it, watch it. I think you'll get a kick out of it. And Ed's witty comebacks about having multiple wives. It was cute, I thought. And it's dying. It's like not doing very well, which I thought I would do well. It's funny. The things you don't think will do well, do well. And then the things you think they're going to do better, don't do well. It's crazy. The TikTok algorithm, I cannot figure it out. So besides that, you too, Unky, besides that, I have so many products that I have to do videos for. You guys are going to be inundated with products. I don't know what happened. Hi, London. It's been a while. Yeah, that's why you're tired. Look at these bags, man. They're not even Gucci or Louis Vuitton. My spacebar and sunbar. Sometimes I hit this. That's okay, Steven. I do too. Yes, I love my Apple Watch. This is the first one. What I have been living the past 4 years. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, Kirk, because you have, do you have your parent, you have one of your parents and your brother's coming in to help you? It was so, I loved it. Hi V, they have the black Ultra out now. I would love a new Ultra, but you know, I used to always, every time Apple had upgrades, I was right in line, you know, for getting the next ones, and now I'm just like, it is what it is. It works. It's not broken. Why spend more money? Hi, Chantel. It's not looking very good. I'm gonna be able to do yard work. Anybody? Mom, and yes, good. At least you can get some help. Calling every single. I think we're up to 15 days now. I've not been in the mood to talk. Wish they'd stop calling. Can you just text her and say, hey, I'm not in the mood. Love you, but no thanks. I do that sometimes. It's okay. I'm depressed, sitting in my bed. I just don't want to talk to anybody but my husband. Well, not me. I know you would. I don't really want to talk to my husband. She is. Kirk, I'm sorry. My garage door up? I have to. I'm in perimenopause. Do you know how hot I am? Shit, I'm dying. So it feels good right now. You guys, I'm tired too, and I feel like when my body's like more stressed, I get hotter more. Does that make sense? Now, if the wind was blowing, I wouldn't have it up because then it gets my garage all wet and stuff like that. The more someone calls, the more annoyed I get. It's like, take the hint. But you need to just send them a message and say, I'll call you when I'm ready to talk. Because I'm like that too, you know? I'm not a big talker. When I like to talk is when I'm in the car. I'm more hotter, yeah. I'm a text, me too. I'm more of a texter than a talker. Yeah, or I'll do the voice messages, you know, because you can hear my voice, but don't call me. If I'm doing that, don't call me. Don't call me, because there's a reason why I'm doing that. With the Santa Ana wings. There's no wind. But I really need to get some shit done, so I need a break. I'm not going to go tromp out in certain areas, but I need to fill up. I need to pick up some of those pomegranates all over the place. Winds, I knew what you meant. The Santa Ana, it's a big joke. So, no, we do not have Santa Ana winds in Sacramento, but it's a joke with the others that joke about the Santa Ana winds, because everybody hears about the Santa Ana winds, right? So one day we were talking about how windy it is, and somebody said, is that the Santa Ana winds? And me and Caroline just laughed. We're like, no, those aren't here. They're in Southern California. So now every time we say it's windy, they're like, oh, must be those Santa Anas. I'm not a talker. Oh, hi, Dan. I'm not a talker, Wendy. Honestly, this is why I think I am prone to not want to talk, because I talk on here. And I'm exhausted after that. The only time I really talk is when I'm in a car, because then I catch up on all my calls, and I don't go out much. My husband has me tied to the house, watching his father, you know. Talk, text, say shit to, no, I don't talk text. I don't talk to text, but I leave the voice messages. If you have an Android, you can't do it, as far as I know. I can't so if you got an Android, I'm not just calling you at all. But if you've got an Apple, you can hold down and it records your voice. Hey, Beach Man, thank you, haba. Who wants to stay on for hours and set up a time to talk the next day before hanging up? Jesus. Cheese and rice, we don't got time for that shit. Oh, it was nice, Joan. I had a good time. It was so pleasant. I'm pretty much done. Jennifer just said she ordered a couple more things. So, and then she had to get new glasses. And I said, okay, well, that's part of your gift then. Because I said, how much were they? $250. And I said, well, then that's a present. And she said, what? How is my eyesight a present? Well, because at 20, almost 6, you should be paying for that shit yourself. And you ain't. Daughter has a Droid and I have an Apple. Oh, yeah, I just, if you have, all my family has Apples. It's just my friends who have Droids. And I said, well, I can't call you, don't want to talk to you, so here's a text. And don't call me again. Thank you, goodbye. So yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just so tired. You guys don't realize that, I tell you this all the time, being on these lives is exhausting. So like, after this, I'll be like pooped because I'm already tired and talking. And sometimes, you know, when you talk to Ed all day long and have to remind him over and over again what the hell, where everything is, you're just exhausted. And so sometimes lately, hi Sherry, sometimes lately you just don't see me on an afternoon live because I'm done. I just can't. And I don't have the oomph to get on and be my sparky self because I use it all at the beginning of the day. So that's why you haven't really been seeing me much in the evenings. I am exhausted. Exhausted is no word for it. I think I finally got to bed after 11 last night. I turned off Yellowstone at about 10:40. I looked at the clock. I tossed and turned for about 20-25 minutes, fell asleep. Then Grandpa got up about 1 and he went right back to bed. So I was like, yes. Then he was up after 2. And I got up. And then he was up at like 4-ish. I got up. And then he was up at 6 and I got up. And then I stayed up. So yeah, that's why it's tough. Pam, I do too. Sometimes I just don't want to talk. I just want to sit there. Dan sometimes is like, are you not talking? I'm like, no, I'm not in the mood. I just can't. I don't have it in me, you know, to do it because I just want to scream and yell and tell everybody how exhausted I am. And I'm just tired and haggard. And this is aging me. It's pouring. It's pouring. This is not looking good for me, for my polycart. I was talking about your fucking polycart shit, Kelsey. Yeah. So that's what my night is like most nights. And Dan was snoring, so especially when I got up at 6, I heard his little snore. Either he was faking it or he was asleep, but I think he was asleep. You're tired because of Red Bull. It's bad for your heart. No, it's not. And if Red Bull is bad for my heart, so is coffee. So, yeah. I have 180 milligram Red Bull a day. Let me tell you something. That's nothing. I slept from midnight to 3:30 this morning, got a wrong number call. Oh my God. Nobody else calls it a polycart. Nope. Nobody's ever heard of it. So, yeah. I had a cup of coffee and I think that's what hurt my stomach this morning. And that's why I had a little bit of a problem in my shorts. Yeah. Why doesn't Dan get up? Sometimes he does, but lately it seems like I've been getting up more. I'm thinking maybe he is, I think sometimes it's like that stare off. It's like who is going to lose their patience quicker, me or him? And lately it's been me because he's not getting up. So be like, oh yeah, I was up with you. No, you weren't. It's much different than waking up and physically getting up. Lack of sleep is way worse, yes. I've got my husband out shopping for something. My younger sister right now, I told him just whatever, no idea what she likes. What in the world's a baloney boat? Has anybody heard of what a baloney boat is? The Polycart woman is asking. The Polycart woman is Cha-Cha on YouTube, and she also eats baloney boats. Does anybody fucking know what a baloney boat is? And wait till you hear it. Wait till you hear it. It's totally, you know, what they call it. I'll let you say it because I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, a bologna boat is some bologna, typically beef bologna, with mashed potatoes inside, and cheese. And it's put in like a casserole dish, so it looks like a bologna taco. Yeah, mashed potatoes and cheese on top. There you have it. There's your bologna boat. Scooter, we got some kid toys, adult toys. We got some shirts, we got some glasses, we got some tumblers. We got some secret items that you have to be a member for. But you know, we got all the goods. That sounds nasty. And this bitch keeps bragging. This bitch keeps bragging about her bologna boats. Fried bologna. So you fry it before you put, so she fries it. Yeah, the major munchies. She fries it from you before, but have not, yeah, I'll pass, me too. She fries it. I'm just kidding. I don't have adult toys or kid toys yet anyway. But I would love to make me some adult toys. I'd love to put, you know, Dan's, I want to have personalized toys for each of our members. You can either have Danielle's vulva or Dan's penis for sale for you for $49.99. USB charges. Yep. I would love to do that. You should have chefs. We should have chefs. We are not going to eat them in Vegas unless we have a house and we could cook them. Fried bologna with a little Miracle Whip on a Sammy. Yes, now that's different. I don't fry my bologna, but I get the turkey bologna. I get the turkey bologna. And they don't think, oh my God, I think I might like it. And and adult toys would be dope. I want a mold. So everybody can have a pocket vulva, and you can have a mold of Dan's penis and testicles. $49.99. So, anywho, turkey lips. Oh my God, you guys, I can't. Oh, could you believe that? I wonder how many people would buy that and how much people would talk on Reddit. Damn it, did you see that bitch? That mean caregiver to Ed. She is selling a mold of her vulva for men. Lord have mercy. But shit, I did pick me up one of the Dan penises. God, I'll be giving that thing a ride tonight. And if you really want a special mold, we got one in the behind the curtains. It's the Ed mold. Going to hell. Abort. Now, if any of you, yes, a strap on. It could be. It comes with a belt to put on your body. You can do anybody from behind. You, even if you have a vulva, you too can strap on Dan's penis and pound your partner into the night. Is Drake here? Drake, I'll send you the first Danielle vulva coming straight to you FedEx overnight. Would you like hair or would you like it without? Let me know. Does anybody, you hair optional? We have hair optional toys because I know some of you like hair. So we got hair optional just in case. We sell Merkins. Free shipping and dipping. Oh my God. Oh, Christine, I'm trying to get through my day talking about vagina molds and penis molds of mine and Dan's for people to buy. $49.99. Somebody said, are you ridiculous? You know how much toys cost these days? A good powered toy, let me tell you, it ain't no $20. You want a big, bulky, good, vibing, sucking, fucking powerful device, you spend money. Now, let me tell you something. You spend money on your power tools, don't you? Well, why wouldn't you spend the same type of money on your pleasure? $49.99, too much. Get out of here. Shit. It's a lifetime of use. Unless you use it too much. No batteries. No batteries. It's USB chargeable. You just plug it in your laptop. You plug it in your wall. You plug it in your Milwaukee battery pack if you need to. Oh, shit. Merkin sold separately. And we will have our wide variety of Merkin, every color, and taste of the rainbow. So if you want yours, Harry, well, shit, we got a special offer. 3 for $15.95. 3 for $15.95, and those are a special deal today. Free shipping on the Merkin. Yep, but not on the dildos or the vulvas. There you have it. Those are girthy. They're girthy, and they are real, and everybody's gonna want one. So no free shipping on that. It's a bundle for you. I went over the deep end. Sandy girl, you know me better than that. I always take a dive over. I'm tired. I'm delirious. Who am I talking about? What am I talking about? Vulvas? No. Penises? Heck no. That Danielle doesn't talk about that. She's a kind-mannered, well-demurred, classy woman on the treadmill every morning, not talking about fecal matter that was in her shorts, and penises and vulvas. Yep. Does it have a curve? You too can get a curve if you want. Yes, it has the curve. It has the damn curve. It curves to the left. You like a left curve? You got it. You want a right curve? Well, guess what? It bends. You too can curve it which way you want. To left, to the right, up, down, whichever you want. It's yours to maneuver. Look at that. Nobody's ever thought about that one, have you? Nope, I'm the first one. I need a car battery for my toy. It's so funny. Sit on it and spin, baby. Bye, Janet. Good day, mate. Good day. I built him a custom curve. Yeah, if you want the movable tip, it's an extra $4.99. Extra $4.99. We ship all over the world. We sure do. The custom curve is an additional, anyhow. It hits the G-spot. You know, everybody's G-spot's not in the same place. Theoretically, it's in the same place, but every woman's body's design is different. But your wife won't come back home. Shit. And, you know, I'll make it a little bit more girthy. We won't do an exact replica because we need some pleasure, women. Come on, I'm going to make it girthier and a little longer, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Buy one. Nope, we don't get the other free. These are gems. These are a dime a dozen. They don't make them like this. They got the real mold. You're going to see the real lips. Minora, labia minora, and labia majora. They're going to be duplication because some men like the beef. And if you don't like the beef, we will trim them down for you, and you will have a younger version of Danielle's cooter. We have options, people. We have options. You like post-motherhood or pre-motherhood? Yeah, your choice. I think my G-spot has vanished. I think my vagina just closed up. Shit, it's been so long. I think it's been like a month. Fuck, who am I? Honey, are you okay down there? She's not right. Comes with different colors. You too can you too can choose your carrying case in a multitude of colors. Chargers are in and supplies are limited. Get yours today, quick, hurry. Sabmerch.com. Yeah. Oh shit. Everything's dried up. Everything's dried up down there. I mean, I look at my husband sometimes and I'm like, God, I'm such a bad wife. Shit. But I'm so miserable, no, it's in the same spot, but they're different locations. They're not where the textbooks say they are, right? They're in the general vicinity, but they're not exactly where, that's why black and white doesn't work, right? That's why I tell you in the dementia books, you can write a good book about dementia and have all the patience in the world, but until you do it, there is no black and white scenarios to be successful. Same with your G-spot. Now, as we age, thank you for the gifts. As you age, women, things shift and turn. Your uterus, your pelvis floor. Like you, Danielle, I've been with my spouse for 37 years. Fuck, by the time it's 37, it literally will be closed. It's like a tiny opening now. Can you imagine? Damn, better get it before it closes, seals up. But I don't know. It has left the house. Maybe the aliens will impart me with a new vulva and make Dan a happy man. Every time Dan comes close to the mothership, he just magical, poof, and he finishes because it's that powerful. He doesn't even need to enter. How about that, man? What do you think about that one? So magical, you just get, it's like a magnet, getting to the magnetic source field, surface, and it's like, poof, gone. No mess, no fuss, and you just had a fucking orgasm the size of the United States of America. I'm too tired. Me too. I am too tired to find it. I'm too tired to have Dan find it. I'm too tired to spread my legs. That's a lot of work. Or take my panties off and everything else in between, You never know what's coming out of her, Is she leaking? Is she hairy? She might be. She might be. Because, when the dust settles, who's got time to shave it? Unless it starts itching. And then you got to give it a good old trim up. Yeah, anywho, fuck. Have I told you how tired I am today? I feel like I'm delirious. Are we talking about something? Remind me again what we were talking about. I don't know. Give me something else. It'll fall out. Maybe we lost it. Maybe you get to a certain age and you pee like blood clots and it just the G-spot just flops. Is a G-spot like a round pendulum up in there that is swinging from side to side, and it just, I don't know. Is it a hemorrhoid? Priscilla, those are on your ass, honey, not in the vagina. Hemorrhoids, have you ever, when you're washing, am I bleeding? No, just weird like discharge, but that's the hormones. I've been with a few women and now you have me confused. Are you feeling okay? Your skin color is off today. Well, thank you. I about shit my pants, Sonia, and I'm working on about 4 hours of sleep off and on, normally I'm about that, maybe 5-6 hours broken up sleep, and it's accumulative. So thank you for noticing my rosy complexion. Yeah, it's great. It's great when people point out your wonderful flaws of exhaustion. You too can look like this for the small price of taking in a loved one with dementia. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for pointing that out. Why in the God's green earth do people feel the need to make people feel shittier than they already feel? Because that was pretty crappy on a day like today when, yes, I look like shit because I'm tired. For fuck's sake. Shit. I don't think I will ever look pretty again. Thank you. Because I'm tired. And There ain't enough concealer that can conceal this face from exhaustion and irritation. Thank you. Anyhow. Somebody didn't go to etiquette classes. Oh Lord, can't you buy me some patience today? I'm about to lose my mind and soul. I'm so tired, I feel like I can fall asleep walking. But I'm here in front of you today. Thanks, Teresa. It's Dan's fault. It is Dan's fault. Fuck. Whatever Grandpa ever gets that you're losing sleep. No, he has no clue. Every time I go get him and take him, put some tunes on, had a little me time. Good, Della. He was sorted for the night, dance around. Good for you. Good for you. I bet you felt better. Madison, I was child development major. I was going into teaching. I got a job as a daycare director of a facility. I had babies, and my babies came with me, and that was the choice that I made. I was a full-time mom. After so many years, I quit. I haven't worked for 20 years outside of the home, and drove my kids around, traveled with them for sports, and took care of my house. And now I am still micromanaging the family and taking care of my husband's father, and dying every day. I'm closer to death because I'm exhausted. And my patience is like this big now. This big, yeah. Is it confusing with names, Dan and Danielle? Nope. My husband is a full-time job. Hang in there. My husband and I had his parents live with us for 6 years. Rewarding and challenging, yes. And there is an end eventually. But while you're in the throes of it, it feels like an eternity. How are my parents dead? Dead as a doornail. My mom's probably disintegrated by now. It's been almost 19 years in February. Yes, my daddy was cremated, so he's already been burned, and we dumped him out in the ocean, because that's where he lived to be. My first time, well, welcome, Debbie. Thank you, and all your yes. I'm still trying to overcome. Did I have a nanny when I worked? No, my kids came with me. But when I stopped working, I did have a nanny because my husband liked to go to the casino at least once or twice a week. So we would have, we had a nanny for 20 plus hours a week. Yeah, because Andrew was a baby, and I needed help with the kids and sports and then traveling pretty much every weekend we were in Tahoe gambling. So she came with us sometimes, or she stayed at home with him. Did I live with that as a child? Yes. I felt it gets harder as the kids get older and leave home. You worry more. Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. Do my kids watch my lives? Some of them. Yep. Why? What's the next question? Are they embarrassed of you? Because I get that a lot. No, because I'm the same person with them that I am here with you today. Just minus the accent sometimes. Sometimes it pops out because I'm so used to doing it in the last 2 years. 2 parts of the workout here. Second part, yeah. Well, the second part's coming. I don't know if I should shake anything up. Don't know if I should shake the rump, if you know what I mean. Let me get my Red Bull, because today's going to be a caffeinated day. Because I can't function. Shitballs, can I not function? I'm tired. Get me my Red Bull in my system. Okay, really quick question. Remind me again, I have fresh eggs. So, how do I get them to... Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I almost just biffed it. Yeah, fuck the fucking Red Bull. You're gonna die. I can tell you, my sleep deprivation is going to kill me a lot quicker than one fucking Red Bull. And the people who die and have cardiac arrest from energy drinks are drinking 200 plus a day. 200 plus. They're probably drinking like close to 1,000 milligrams of what do you call it? You know what I mean? Those damn things. This one is 80 milligrams. That's why I get the small fucking Red Bull, is because it's 80 milligrams. That's why. Are you from Tennessee? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, it's the only thing Andrew will tell you. He goes, "Mom's fake accent," but everything else is pretty normal. He laughs at the accent. And I just say, well, whatever. Sometimes it does come out during the day, though, because when you do it so much, it just comes out. I have 3 brothers. And my accent's my sassiness. Leave me alone. Oh, eggs. So, oh my God. I drink the 300 milligrams. Shit. I would love to move to Tennessee, but I am from Canada. Tennessee's beautiful. I am the oldest. I'm 50. Eggs. So how do I boil fresh eggs? Hard boil fresh eggs. Think before everybody said vinegar. Am I going with that? Because fresh eggs are so much better, and you need them to peel, and they won't peel if you don't do something with them. So does anybody know how to boil hard-boiled eggs that are fresh? And please tell me, vinegar and how much? Make sure to wash fresh eggs. Yes, coconut Red Bull is good. I'll have to try the flavors. I suffer with sleep deprivation. What do you recommend? Sleep. You know Charles Manson? Do I know him personally? No. And if I did know him personally, I'd probably be dead right now. I love accents. My whole family from Georgia except me. I love accents too, and it comes easy. You should hear me after I talk to my family. I pick it up as I'm talking to them because that's where I'm from. I mean, it's ingrained. The accent is ingrained in me. Tap the fat end with back a spoon before putting in pot of water. Tap the fat end until it pops. Okay. I come from a family of 16. Holy shit. Eggs were almost $7 for a dozen last night. Yeah, it's expensive. I always put salt in my water. Somebody said vinegar too. Cracks the membrane. The salt does. Nobody agrees with vinegar at all? Nobody here? My hard-boiled eggs made from fresh eggs did not work and were terrible. Shit. So I need the old eggs. Your foster parents used to live with Manson? Shit, that's not surprising after the story you told me. Vinegar works. Popping, it separates the membrane. So hitting the back, that's a lot to go through all of them. Your mom always added vinegar with fresh eggs. Vinegar. How much vinegar? Soda vinegar mix. Good morning, Dasher. How much vinegar? Do I have vinegar? Yeah, I have vinegar. No, it's way. Okay, I'll try it. God, that's a lot of work though. I just want to plop them in. Hi, Lena. Good morning, Larry. How are ya? At first I thought something was wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with me. Just a dollop. Baking soda. Do I have baking soda? What does the baking soda do? I never had a problem with boiling hard-boiled eggs. Me neither. But the ones we buy from the grocery store are old, right? The ones we buy from the grocery store are old, so they boil easy. But fresh eggs don't boil like old eggs. Do you drink or eat anything before working out in the morning? Yes. I drink my Red Bull. No, back up. I drink my coffee. And lately, I've been so hungry lately that I had Greek yogurt with some granola and nuts. I found older eggs work best. Baking soda helps release them from the shell. Fresh eggs. Fresh eggs, like literally just hatched. Then place the eggs gently into the water. Yes. Jay, I'm on my vibration plate. It's available on my TikTok shop. I don't want to ruin them, if it's not going to work. I don't want to ruin them if it's not going to work, so I don't want to waste them. I pay my neighbor $10 for 24 eggs. Yeah. $10 for 24 eggs. And then she brought me a whole bunch of I have tried this Celsius, Kimberly, but it made me too antsy. So I would split it up. If you have an Instapot, I don't have an Instapot. I do always with an ice bath. Someone had with energy drinks is that they raise my blood pressure. Yes, they do. I thought you were shivering. No, it is cold though. Exactly. It's cold, you guys. It's we get way too many eggs. So I'm just gonna do it. If they turn out, at least you can get half the eggs. But I like to put the eggs in Grandpa's salads for extra protein. So it's something that I really need to do. I'm shaking because of a plate I'm on for lymphatic drainage, circulation, tightening my bladder, and everything else that goes. I always put them in cool, cold water. God, it's coming down, you guys. I'm gonna be able to do what I need to do. Shit. The squirrels are just dancing in the rain right now. I see squirrels all over my yard and my neighbors' yards. They must love the rain. I use a steamer instead of putting them directly in the water. Yeah, it does help with blood circulation. Yeah. How's Ed? He's doing fine. He's sitting at the table, I think, still. Anybody on Zoom have an eye on him? Is he still there at the table? Or should I go in? Likes to talk. Oh, shut up, Sean. It's not your second time with a star. Just bring the book and then cover and take off the heat and sit for 15 minutes, then ice bath. We have the fattest squirrels, yeah. Modesto hasn't gotten any rain, really? Oh my God, Joanne, we're like raining pretty good right now. I hate calling you Joanne, Sadie. Where can I get one of those plates to jiggle on? Craig, you gotta go to my TikTok shop and go into my shop, yeah. And then you'll see this plate. Mary Lou, where are you? I think it's going towards Stockton area. It's shifted. It's not going, is it going north or is it going, why did you get upset the other night on a live show when Dan said you're not as patient with his dad as he is? But on personal lives, you talk about your impatience. Shamika, I think you understood what the argument was about. Dan is no more patient with his dad than I am. Whatever you see a difference in us, right? He shows you videos of just him talking to his dad. He doesn't show you his caregiving with his dad, right? So you see both different dynamics. You see me caregiving with him. With Dan, you just see him just sitting around talking to him and engaging his mind. So let's remember, keep the judginess to yourself. Because what you see and what I show is the reality of caregiving, right? What Dan shows is just a father-son relationship, which is two completely different things. So stop thinking that I'm impatient. What I'm doing is what Ed needs in those videos. And if you open and expanded your mind, you would see that and understood Ed more. A lot of people can see it. A lot of people can see the type of man he is. But for some of you, you're just thick-headed and don't want to see it. And you think I'm the problem. Yeah, I do get unfairly criticized. I'm getting impatient now. Am I? Whoa, if this is impatient. Yeah, God, what the hell? This is good if I'm impatient now. Caregiving sucks, yeah. And it's not a competition. Thank you, Margaret. Everybody wants to make it like Dan versus Danielle, and that's not the way it is at all. And if you guys hear my husband, he supports me. He's well aware of what I communicate and how I communicate with his dad. And let me tell you, it's challenging, right? I'm very direct and short with him because in those times, that's what he needs, because he's stubborn. I say mine a lot because he needs to know that this isn't his ruling of the roost, it's mine. And it helps calm him down. So you have to understand that a lot of people are different. And Ed, I am the professional of Ed. I've been with him and I've known him since I was 5. So back down. I have lived with him longer than Dan ever has. Yeah, so there you have it. I absolutely understand your explanation. No, don't tell me to relax. You don't understand it because you came in a passive-aggressive comment. So don't attack me and then make it seem like I'm the problem. Is any moderators on YouTube? Any moderators on YouTube? You live with him longer than Dan explains. Wait, what? You live with him longer than Dan? Yep. Ed is very hard to live with. Yes. 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 So, yeah, those people, relax. No, I'll tell you, relax. No offense. Yeah, there was a fence. There was a fence desperately coming out in the words you wrote. And if you can't see that and own it, then that's the problem. Goodbye. No offense. Relax. Woo! Nothing like getting my blood boiling on a Monday morning, tired, cranky, but with $1,200 in her pocket that makes me pissed off when somebody tells me to relax. Yeah, everybody knows what my intention is. Sean needs a retirement job. Most women are natural caregivers, and Daniel, I am a natural caregiver. Yes, and I don't understand why we can't differentiate between the different types of videos that we do. I show my journey as a caregiver, and journey. I'm not sitting down. I don't sit down unless it's at night with Ed to catch up on TVs. If Dan's monopolizing or I just need him to sit down, yeah. When Ed tells, when Dan is like, and I'm just so tired of chasing after Ed to tell him to sit down, I go sit with him on the couch, right? But I don't engage in conversations the way, Dan does. That's not my nature, and that's not how I have a relationship with Ed. It's never, right? It's never that way with me. I caregive for him. I feed him 3 meals a day. I wash his clothes. I tell him to sit down. I am constantly chasing him around, helping him to the bathroom sometimes, making sure he doesn't fall flat on his face and die. And so, yeah, that's my role with him, while I'm doing everything else. I don't have time to sit there with him and engage in long-term conversations like Dan does in the morning time with him. Sorry. Yeah, he's making different memories. So anyhow, you guys got to understand there's 2 different things. So, am I perfect with Ed? No. No caregiver is perfect with their loved ones because it's a tough fucking ass job. And we are sleep deprived. We are frustrated. We have no patience. And we, some days, are not okay. There you have it. Just my opinion. Father-in-law was a bastard to live with when he was younger. It reflects now. Ow. Why we gotta be so aggressive with that one? Shit. I mean, now here's where Mama Bear comes out a little bit. here's where Mama Bear comes. Here's where Mama Bear comes out. Like you can call Ed stubborn, but a bastard, that's only for me to say. You don't have the right to talk about Ed being a bastard because it's just not okay. The words you use sometimes are just, no, just say he's stubborn. Yes, he was very, very controlling. Can you not say it nicer than that? I don't like the word you use. Only I can say that, or his kids can say that because we've been with them a long time. But goddamn. If you're going to carry, you have no idea. Am I Turkish? Probably a little bit. Yeah. Holy shitballs. It's just like telling my husband he's a lazy sack of shit. People do it. I'm like, that's not for you to say. It's only for me to say that. Yeah, the thing is, he does care about me. He's always cared about me, Colin. And I never have until as of recently, right? Because he made my life difficult. He made my mom's life difficult. And that's just all I'm going to say. So there are still triggers, like it's acceptable for majority of you or the small percentage of you that say that Dan has the permission to act or to be, snarky and, in those ways, right? With with his father, but I don't have that right because I'm not his blood. Well, let me tell you something. I've lived with him a lot longer than Dan has. And so if anybody has more of a relationship with Ed, it would have been me as a child, not Dan. So, you know, it gives me, you want to make it right or okay? Well, if you want to make it right in your world, then maybe I have more rights because of my upbringing with Ed to be and to lose my temper sometimes with him because he pokes at me too. You know, he comes at me when I'm fucking, you know, sacrificing myself for him, and he pokes at me like the olden days. Oh yeah, I'm going to get triggered because I've been with him for a long fucking time. No, it was the hardest relationship. It wasn't the best. Yeah, I'm doing about your dynamic. Did Ed date your mom? My mom and Ed were married. My mom and Ed married when I was about 10-ish. And they started dating when I was about 5-ish. Yeah. And so you got to remember, Ed wasn't living at that point. Dan was what? Like when his parents got divorced, Dan was 8-ish, maybe. And Ed wasn't in the house, and Dan really, somebody said, I said the other day, and somebody went and tattled on me and said, Danielle said that your dad, you didn't really see your dad in your childhood. No, he didn't. And why do you feel the need to tattle on me to my husband when I'm giving you the information? Shit. And so, like, it's like, what in the world is wrong with you people? No, Ed wasn't around. Sorry, I don't know what the hell you wise want to be upset about, but the dynamics were that. And he was with my mom and us, and he, you know, whatever he did, he didn't do or did. It is what it is. But there's no reason for what I tell you here. You don't have to fact check. You don't have to fact check. Dan met me when I was 5. He met me when I was 5. There was a shooting at his mom's complex, which was several miles away from our apartment. And he came because his mom said, you need to go to your dad's until they catch the shooter. And so he showed up and we were there, and then he left and then we didn't see him for years. So is Dan supposed to be crying? Is Dan supposed to punish you for crying? Well, yes. Casa, you wouldn't realize how many people like tattle. Dan would be like, what were you talking about today? I got an email. Oh, for the love of God. An email about what? They weren't even fact checking. They're like, Danielle's spreading rumors that your dad wasn't with you when you were a child after the divorce. That's not a rumor. It's facts. So they wanted it to not be true, I guess, because everybody has this painted picture of Ed. And that's why we didn't want to, talk about our story, about me and him and the dynamics, is because Dan wants his father to be remembered a certain way, right? He doesn't want him to be remembered of years past and what a pain in the ass he was. You know, he wants to, you know, remember him because he's much sweeter and kinder today. And because, you know, all the trolls felt it necessary to dig up and to be ugly, we had to kind of unleash those demons. And, you know, it's still like that comment that what was your name, Barbara, said about him being a bastard. I mean, that's what Dan wanted to avoid. You know, that's why we didn't want to talk about our relationship, because he didn't want to have to deal and tell the truth about his dad, right? That he wasn't the greatest back then, but he is great now, right? And he is living half the time. And that's what, like, I don't understand is like, I've been in this family since I was 5, for fuck's sake. If anybody knows things, I know a general vicinity of what's going on. So my mother and my father, my hair started falling out due to stress. Mine does too. Is that a problem? We all have our family past we were trying to manage. Yeah. So it's not easy because yes. And it's a shame that I couldn't share my story on our terms. And we had like a beautiful, you know, we couldn't wait to tell our story, but with telling the story, you have to kind of go with what happened and why did Danielle not have a good relationship with him and blah, 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 blah. And then you have to just keep things kind of basic. It's personal, none of our business unless you want to tell us things. Exactly. And I choose what I want to tell you and what I want, but I want to keep it simple. He was hard to live with, plain and simple. He wasn't the easiest. He was difficult. And if you really have an open mind, which a majority of you do, you watch the videos, a lot of you, he shows that. He shows the difficult ways he has, you know? Like when I say mine, and people get so pissed off at me for saying my house. Dan says it too, by the way. But for whatever reason, it's a problem when I say it. But okay, maybe because I'm female and I'm not blood related, and I want to be possessive over everything, right? Which people say. Why does she always have to tell a 92-year-old man it's hers? Well, there's logical reasons behind it, but some of y'all just don't want to get it through your heads. Can we have an affair? No, I don't got time for my husband. My mom died. He took care of my mom while she died. He gave her her last bit of morphine when she was in pain, and she drifted off into a perfect sleep. Yeah. So they probably would have been together today if she didn't die. And living life large. Well, not really large, but my mama would have. Yeah. Has he become a softer person with Alzheimer's? Yes, he's very sweet. He's very sweet. He was never this sweet, ever. So he's very sweet, and it's actually pleasurable to have him. You know, there's times that I'm just out of my wits end and I'm irritated and just questioning my life. And you know, he'll say, you know, Danielle, I know this is hard. You know, he'll bust out with saying shit that like, you know, and he's like, I know this is hard and this isn't easy for you, right? But I appreciate it, you know. And then you're thinking, oh shit. You know, damn it. See, he knows. When did you call on hospice? We didn't have hospice. Ed took care of my mom. Yeah. Ed took care of my mom until she died. That's one thing about Ed is that, you know, he likes, you know, when he was healthy, the act of being needed was really important for him because a lot of people didn't need him, right? I mean, he was difficult. People didn't want to be around him, and it was a pain in the ass unless you really needed him, or, you know, people needed money, or they were in a bind, or they were sick. He would always take care of his family, right? That was, his family came first, despite his difficultness. And so when my mom was diagnosed and as she progressed, that's what he, can I say he enjoyed doing that? I don't know. He wanted to do it. It was his pleasure to take care of her to her dying breath. And so there was no hospice. Yeah. Guilt sets in. I don't have guilt anymore. I don't have guilt anymore when I scream at him. If I'm really frustrated, because I don't scream at him often when I'm really lost my mind. Maybe sometimes once a month, if that. I don't ever really scream at him, unless, you know, I'm just so tired and it's the end of the day and I've just had enough. And I just, you know, he's fighting me. Typically it's when he's fighting me and I'm tired and it's just difficult, and he doesn't think he's 92. So he thinks he's 70 and doesn't understand why, you know, he needs to have the door open now when he goes to the bathroom, and, you know, we have to assist him with things, and, you know, he's still fighting for independence, but he can't be independent. How old was I? I was in my teenage years, towards the end of high school. Yeah, my mom and Ed, yeah. And does he ever think no, my mom. I mean, he'll call me sometimes. Janice, but if you ask him if he remembers Janice, he'll say no. So, I mean, you guys got to realize there's some cross-contamination, obviously. And sometimes when my kids are home, like Hannah, he'll call Hannah Danielle, and he'll call me Janice. So, you know, it's in there. It's just not the right patterns, right? So yeah. So anyhow, that's the shiznit on that. Josh is, yes. So Josh is Josh is the product of Ed and my mom. Was he good to my mom? No. 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 Also, my mom's not able to walk. Oh, that's hard. did you know he was sick? How did you know he was sick? Because he started forgetting how to get home, and when he was in his neighborhood, couldn't walk to get there, forgetting certain things. Josh is Dan and I's half-brother, yeah. And I'm close with Josh, as you all know. Those are Josh's kids that I go to every weekend. That's my life. Yes, me and Josh are house siblings. But I call him like my brother because he pretty much is. I'm very close with Josh. Yeah. Yeah. So we share a brother, me and Dan. It's pretty cool, if you ask me. It's pretty cool. Bye, Steven. You leaving? Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's the dynamic. So, you know, I have a different dynamic with Ed, as a blessing. I always think, Vandy, I can't wait till he can't walk. Cause it feels like I could, you know, I don't have to worry so much, but do you and your wife still take care of your dad? Do me and my wife still take care of my dad? Hi, Pepper. How are you? How hard was it to forgive Ed? Very hard, Jen. Very hard. Very fucking hard. Social media helped me a lot. Yeah, it helped me a lot, believe it or not. So I will always be thankful to social media because it guided me and I was able to recognize things in myself that I was like, fuck. And, you know, am I perfect with Ed? You know, have I let everything go? No, but a majority of it. You know, do I still get triggered when he gives me that look like I'm a stupid little girl who knows nothing? Yeah, because now I'm, you know, taking care of him. It frees me. It does. It frees me. It does freeze me. Did your mom love Ed? I'm sure in her own way she did. Yeah. You guys, I'm not going to go in the dynamics of my mom's relationship with Ed. This is too much. Too much. It's too much. It's too much. But put it this way, my mom would be very shocked and pleased that I stepped up to the plate. Yeah. Get along with Josh. Do the rest, yes. Josh is pretty close with Mark. Mark calls Josh a lot. Close. I don't know. He talks to Adam. He talks to Mark probably the most out of everybody. Yeah. Yeah, it is difficult, Vandy. I mean, you know, you're living it. It is so hard. And, you know, the dynamics make it harder too. There's a lot of people on there who say the same thing. Hi, Bona. Who say the same thing. It's like, holy crap. Like, yeah, that is crazy. And wow, you know, it makes things so understandable now knowing, you know, the dynamic between you and Ed, and your history, right? Ed and I have a very tumultuous history with one another, and I'm still killing it, and I'm still taking care of him. I'm still cleaning him. I'm still doing all those things for him. Would I have ever thought I would have done this? Hell no, right? Hell no. Hi, Problem Baker. Let's CM23 poster. What? I don't know what I got in here. Was your mom with Ed before you and Dan? Yes. For the love of God. I was 5 when I met Ed. So yeah, I mean, it changes things, right? I mean, for now, some of you that are like, holy crap, you have to. Zelda, I know you can. Hello. Hi. Yeah, you can just put him in there. Yeah.
Every time I come there, you're actually working out.
Yeah.
All the time I see her. But then you're on the corner over here.
Yep. Right. Yeah, and it's the right thing to do. My mom did not work for Ed. I know you guys are getting a lot of that on the tabloids, which is crazy because people lie and people make up shit, and you know, it's like the game of our operator, right? And things keep going and people keep going and talking, and it's so not factual. Ed didn't divorce. My mom wasn't the mistress. They didn't break up. My mom didn't break up his marriage. She was not his secretary. Shit. Do you feel like Ed took care of your mom when she was sick, like Dan has mentioned? I don't agree. Like Dan says that I feel more obligated to take care of Ed because he took care of my mom. Absolutely not. If it wasn't for Dad, hi Bobby. Did I say hi Bobby? Hi Mary. If it wasn't for Dan pushing me to help him take care of his father, I wouldn't be where am today with him, right? I would still be angry at him, and I would still be just not happy and miserable and full of hate. But I wouldn't have done it because I don't feel like that. I don't feel like, hi Deb, I don't feel like I'm doing it because I did it for my husband, right? I did it for my husband. And in the process, surprisingly, I forgave. Bottom line. Bottom line. We've been married 27 years. Forgiveness is really hard. Yeah. Ed was a podiatrist. Yeah, Warren, and it's hard. It just makes it hard. You know, it's just like anything with a child and a parent, right? You're gonna, like Dan always says, I treat my dad as my father, right? I don't change the way I am because he's sick. I still banter with him. I still poke him. I still get mad at him. I still scream at him. Thanks, girl. I still do all those things with my dad because we still have that dynamic. I have my own dynamic with Ed, and it wasn't always pleasant. And you know, and I get triggered and I do all those things, but I have every right to, right? Because of my past with him, and I'm just as more, if not even more than Dan, because I lived with him, and Dan didn't know, right? Dan didn't know. He didn't really live with his dad for that long. I'm always curious what you cook since you're always prepping meals. I cook basic stuff, you guys. I've been so, thanks, Deb. Deb's filling up my gallery. Thanks for the gifts, you guys. What about the other siblings think about living with you? What do they think? I mean, they're thinking, cool. Thank you, you too. They're thinking, cool. Right? They don't have to worry about him being in a home and worrying about all the shit that goes there. He's with family. I mean, are they thankful? I don't know, because they don't really say much. So, you know, I'm assuming, I don't know. Beef stroganoff? No. Thanks, Deb. So yeah, so it's not an easy situation. It never has been for me. And that's okay. That's okay. This isn't an easy situation in general, let alone to have a history with somebody. They should be thankful. Yeah. They should be sending me meals every day. Are Mark and Dan like co-parents of Ed? I think it's pretty much me and Dan. Me and Dan. Oh, everybody wants to it seems like nobody wants to give me any credit for doing this job that I'm doing. One of the hardest jobs I've ever done in my life. And everybody wants to say, Dan and Mark hasn't helped with Dan. Mark hasn't had Ed in over a year, you know? And it's not a bad thing. It's just what happened, you know? He would have done it out of obligation and because it was his father. But we took him for a lot of other reasons, right? He just started after a bad fall, and, you know, it has nothing to do. Mark would have still trudged along because that's what Mark does. He's loyal. So did Mark? Nobody lived with us. It was me, Ed, and my mom, and then Josh. So the job is hard, and it's hard especially when you have a past. I have a friend too whose mom, she has a past with her mom, you know, and it makes sometimes things a lot harder, but she's the only one in her family who have stepped up to the plate. And those are those things that matter. And she's a badass for doing it. Because I can tell you, I'm like, you what? When I heard her story, I was like, and you, huh? And you what? So yes, Josh was my mom's son. Did you know your father? Yes, I knew my father. I'm sure Dan and your children know it's you taking care of. Yes, my kids know. Yeah, my kids know.
Ever wonder why you record him? No, he's so used to it, Otto. He's been doing this for 4 years. Ed loves being recorded. Ed loves being on film. And if you don't know, and if you can't see that, then I don't know what to tell you. Hi, Chanel. Did I say hi to you? Do you get along with Dan's family? I get along with him. Yeah. How do you keep your house so clean? I don't stop moving, Jen. You can ask any of my friends who have been in my house. That I'm constantly just on my toes cleaning, because I have animals and I always am very hyper paranoid about making sure my house is good. This is me, Jacob. I go out like this, and I'll put my Ugg boots on and shorts. Live with Ed. That is so confusing. That's wild. It's not confusing. No, it's not confusing. My mom married Ed. End of story. That's it. My mom married Ed. They had Josh, and I married Dan eventually. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's that confusing. It seems pretty easy to me. My mom and Ed, my mom died, right? So, how long were they married? I don't really know, you guys. Maybe 20 something years, almost 30 years, something like that. Are all your kids Dan's? Yeah, I believe so. I believe they're all Dan's. Does anybody know for sure if they're all Dan's? I'm pretty sure, I'm thinking so. Yes, my mom married. Everybody overthinks everything. Did your mom like Dan? My mom, yes, for many different, if you've heard the story, if you've heard Dan talk about our story, and he can barely not cry when he talks about it. I just had a brain fart. What was I saying? Josh. Oh, my mom. My mom pushed us back together. Because she knew, she always had this weird feeling that, that she was going to die early. And she fucking did. And I think that, she lost her one true love, and there's issues with that. And I think she knew ultimately that Dan was my true love, my soulmate. And, despite how many times I want to kill him in a day, and so she pushed us back together when I was 18. I mean, she was like, you need to, he's going to move on. And so she was the one that pushed them back together. She knew how difficult, she was married to a fucking Salinger by the way, like, she knew how difficult it would be. And she would probably call Dan out a lot on his bullshit today. Because, that's just what moms do. And she was close with Dan. I mean, they had a good relationship, right? She loved him for, him loving me. And she loved him for, being there and taking care of me in different ways. She respected him. She knew she did know I was gonna have my work cut out for me, but she knew I'd be taken care of. Yeah. And that was important for her, to make sure her kids were, taken care of, because she didn't think she was going to meet her. And she's not. How eerie is that? Salingers are a different breed, you guys. Salingers are a different breed. That's basically it. Yes, Josh and I Dan and I share Josh. Josh is both of our, I just wanted to say, help me with my dad. Oh, Patty, I'm glad. I'm sorry about that, but how does it feel you and Dan share Josh? It doesn't feel like anything. What's really weird is, what am I supposed to feel? I don't look at it any other way but what it is. It's what it is. I'm very close to Josh. I call Josh my brother because, it is what it is. Because he's my mom's kid. And we're really close. Yes, Josh is from my mom and Ed. But yeah. Josh loves me the most. Absolutely. His sister stands up to the plate. His sister is there whenever they need me. His sister is the first person he calls in emergencies. His sister is loyal to him and his family, and his sister loves his kids and does anything for them. When Ed asked you, am I worth taking care of? Ed never asked that question, MG, so, and you said a question, but you did not answer him. Oh no. Oh no. But he never said, am I worth taking care of? Ed would never ask a question like that. Josh is 40. It is a sweet story. People just want to make it ugly. And if you read all over Reddit and everywhere else, people pick up shit and they are just ugly. They are just ugly. And they make stories up. It's ridiculous. My friends are like, did you see? No, I don't go on Reddit. I don't go. Does Josh help with that? No. He's got 3 young kids. No. It's he's got 3 young kids. How the fuck is Josh supposed to help? Why does everybody focuses on Josh? Focus on the fucking people who are retired. Don't focus on the people who have young kids. He's got an almost 2-year-old and 2 kids playing competitive sports, for fuck's sake. Like, when is Josh going to be able to help with Ed? Josh works 50 hours a week. Please, I would love to know how Josh is supposed to help with taking care of his dad. Yeah. We do have a unique story. I like that. Unique is unique is a great unique is a great thing to say. They're my baby nuggets. God, I love those kids. I mean, they're like mine, you know. Dylan is obsessed with me, by the way. Dylan's obsessed with me, by the way. He screams, I have plenty auntie videos. God, I love that. Most of it's my family. And what the hell? Whose family isn't messy? I mean, bye, Frogman. Hi, Frogman. Did I say hi to you? Whose family isn't messy? We all have family dynamics. We all have messiness in our families, and that's just what makes us our families, right? It is quite cool, Rosa. Yes, my mom married Ed. Ed and my mom married. And let me tell you, all my issues came from that household. My anxiety, my anorexia. It was a very difficult household to grow up in. Oh God, I love, Rocky and I are probably best friends. I would say we are, go best friends. What's that song? We talk a lot. She, calls me and says, your brother. And I'm like, that sounds like Dan. I can call him Dan next time. So yeah, Black Ninja, thank you. It sucks, but it is what it is. It's social media. People have to, bitch about something because they're unhappy with their own lives. I am writing a book, Christy. I am writing a book, and my book writer is her name. So why did your mom choose to stay in a relationship with Ed? Amanda, you would have to ask my mom. You just found out my brother's my half brother, not my dad's kid. Oh shit. Now that's a story. Kelly, there's so many things that come out with those things. Oopsie. I forgot to tell you. I have a friend too who just found out some shit, and I just, what? I don't know. Yeah, so my book is coming out. Yeah, so I have a lot of ideas for books. And, this first book is a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything to catch you up on myself, my family, my journey, menopause. It's a little bit of everything I talk about every day. Caregiving, a little bit of our story, written from my point of view, obviously, right? And so, yeah, it'll be kind of interesting. So for those of you who want, and it's kind of an interactive book too. It's going to be pretty cool. Yeah. MG, you're putting way too much effort into this, honestly, way too much effort. A podcast. I'm kind of doing a podcast. So yeah, my book will be, we're going to just publish it ourselves. So we'll be selling it. I don't know exactly, but like we'll do Amazon, we'll do all that stuff. So I'll let you know when it's coming out. Oh my God. Oh, Kami, that would piss me off. I like it, brother-in-law. Any ideas on caregiving? Any ideas on caregiving? So I kind of write my trials and tribulations, on the way what I've experienced and how I've changed it and what I've focused on to be better in certain areas. Oh, I'm sorry about your mom. Yeah, so Jennifer knew and Josh were half brother and sister. Yeah, it's a very close, loving family. In so many ways. Did you always get along well with Ed? Hell no, Michelle. I couldn't stand him. Couldn't even look at him. He would irritate me. I saw that. Angel, it just came across my screen. What the fuck is going on with this society? It's crazy. I don't even want to go there. Never mind. I was going to tell you something that some guy said to me. Political, and I almost said it, and it would be stupid of me to say that because I don't want to get agitated. I'm already agitated. I knew Dan. I met Dan at 5. I didn't really know him. I met him once at 5, and then we really started kind of commingling as a family once Josh was born. I would see him occasionally when we would. I would see him occasionally when we would go to Eva and Loring's house, which is Ed's parents, every Sunday. Every Sunday was a big get together. They would have lunch or brunch or stuff. But no, we never lived together. No, we did not live together. So no, I didn't really start. As a family, the family in general with all the siblings from Joanne and Ed, we really it's like there's a big gap before we started. Once Josh came, Josh is 40. How old is he? Is he 40? I'm 50. Yes. So, God, it's exhaustion. So I'm 40. He's 50. I'm 40. So we're 10 years apart. So when my mom had Josh, Carrie also had her oldest, Aaron, and that's when the family started really kind of hanging out together. My mom would do dinner. We would go to Eva and Loring's house on Sundays, and the family started blending about 10 years, when Josh was born and Aaron was born. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was really cool. It was fun, and I started having my sights on that hunk of burning love. Dan was hot. God, I love that guy. He was it was like an instant panty pudding, when I saw him. I was a horny little kid, too, so I was like... See, I think I became horny too early, and that's why I'm, anti-horny now. Did Ed disapprove of you? No, he was so excited. When we told Ed at 18... he was so excited. Everybody kind of knew, you guys. It wasn't like it was everybody was, when we came out as a couple, it wasn't like a big surprise, put it that way. It wasn't a big surprise. People were like, well, no shit, My mom knew earlier, but we didn't tell everybody until I started college, and yeah, so they knew, but they didn't know. But Ed was so excited. He was like, "This is great," even when I was like, "The fuck." Anyhow, now as far as damn, it was hot. I'm gonna find it. You guys are gonna be like, hubba hubba. I'm gonna post it because that was a hot stud, man. He was just tan, in shape, just sexy as fuck. God, he was sexy. I couldn't wait to see him. But I went to the same school when we were little. We didn't know it. But isn't that crazy, Jen, how that works? He was. He was. He doesn't have the same body as he did. Fuck. He was. He was. He was like a $155. He was like a $155, in shape, sexy AF, and how young? I mean, we were 6 years apart. We're 6 years apart, so. Dan is getting old. We're all older. He had hair. If I only knew, I would have put it this way, and then I got to go because Ed's in there alone. But I would have. Let me tell you this. You guys wouldn't understand how like crazy he was with his nutrition and his exercise habits. I would have never, ever, 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 ever thought that he would be unhealthy like he is today. I mean, he'll say, I'm not unhealthy, whatever. Yeah, okay. He's healthier, but I would have never thought he would have changed from that person because it was so important to him. You know what I mean? And so, like, I would have never foreseen this. I would have never seen that. I have to. And now, come on. If you guys have been with your husbands a long time ago, all of our faces have changed. I'm just being realistic. Like, we were hot, back in the day. I wasn't hot. I was a little chunky for a while because the anorexia fucked me up. But he was hot, He had a dirty blondish hair. Yeah, a dirty blondish hair. Sometimes I wonder if you like Dan. Courtney, I hope you're joking with that. I love him. I don't always like him. But when you've been together as long as we have, isn't that normal? Dan talks, he is. Ed and my mom. I don't post. Yeah. I saw this laughing faces, but I just needed to clarify. I would never show my mom and Ed together on any mass media. If you see pictures of my mom and Ed, it'll be on my paid forums because my mom is very near and dear to my heart. I was so disgusted with how the general population dug up things and put it on social media and Reddit about my mom's obit and stuff like that. I would never, ever, ever, I would never, ever put her out here for everybody to see. I would only do it on my paid apps because it's a smaller, and I know most of the people who pay aren't going to ever use it against me because my mom, I don't want her to be used as some pawn or some disgusting game people play. Yeah, they're a love and hate relationship, right? I thought my dad was hot in junior high, and my dad walked out and OP out of the shower, no shirt and Birks. My daughter was so yeah, no, I'm very protective over her, and I get mad when Dan shows her when we're on live because that's not okay with me. My parents were almost married for 52 years. Wow, that's crazy. Yes, my mom was still married to Ed. Yeah. 85. I have a friend who thinks old men are cute. I'm like, are we talking like sexual relationships? She's like, oh yeah, I would totally do them. I'm like, oh my God. There were pictures put up of Ed and Janice on Facebook. See what I mean? Look how ugly people are. I mean, they dig things off maybe old posts of mine or something, and they post them everywhere. And that's why I won't post them. That's disgusting. 20 years difference between my mom and Ed. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I gotta go. I'm getting cold. I haven't done my arms, so I gotta check on Ed, make sure he's okay. Oh God, and pray this rain stops. Anyway, love you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, tonight's a night live, a Monday night live. So if I'm well and get a nap in, and in a better mood, hopefully I can make it hook her up with Clint. Who? Anyway, bye. Love you.